All right, welcome everybody to the Strength Squad podcast. I'm your host, Barack Obama.
And I'm Joe Biden.
And this is the Strength Squad political podcast.
Hosted by NPR, CNN, Fox News, and that's all I really know. MSNBC.
I'm Steve Carty, guys. Not Steve Carty, guys, just Steve Carty, comma, guys. And girls. Mostly guys, though.
Oh, my God. I'm Nick Scopoletti. Last name's clearly Italian. Not Irish.
We're trying to remember all the things we said from the first time we tried to record this, and we weren't recording, so.
Fuck, Steve.
Got a great episode for you guys today. We're going to talk about social media. We're going to switch it up a little. We're going to get to the psychological aspects of things. We talk about social media and how it is ruining your life.
Especially mine.
Especially Scopes. So we're going to talk about a little social media today. First, before we do that, some announcements. Make sure you guys head to all of our social media, Strength Squad Podcast. We are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tinder, Bumble, all of that. Go hit us up. Make sure you guys go ahead and follow us on that. Then follow us to our cars.
Every time.
Make sure you go to iTunes, Stitcher, 5-star review. Leave a great comment. Leave us some feedback. We love to hear it. Then go to YouTube. Same thing. Feedback on YouTube. Go to YouTube, man. Share your favorite videos. You know, if you have someone who you think would benefit from one of our videos, go ahead and highlight that URL. Right click, press copy, then press paste on someone's wall, and share that shit.
Good instruction.
Share that shit. Yeah, great episode. We'll talk about social media. Before we do that, I think it's about time. I'm feeling a little freaky. Let's slide in those DMs. Send you some news for this week. So this week's Send News is an article on breaking muscle. Not an article about breaking muscle. It's an article on the blog Breaking Muscle about social media.
Right.
Ties in very well to what we're talking about today. So definitely just an article about kind of the goods and bads, which is what we're going to actually do today too. We're going to go over our pros and cons of social media and how it relates to strength training, strength and conditioning, kind of the state of the union with that, where we are now, you know, like how things are looking now and what the deal with that is. So go check it out. Ties in today's episode if you're interested in how social media has ruined everyone's life, but also helping everyone in a great way too. It's like a weird thing. It's a weird thing.
Right.
It's like,
it's all perception.
Oh my God, social media is the greatest thing ever. And then one day it's like, social media, I'm going to kick my phone out the window. You know, like it's, and we're going to talk about that. It's okay. Have no fear. We're here. Anything else before we start here? Oh yeah.
Vikings,
baby. Vikings are going to the NFC Championship, baby. That's my team.
Woo!
I know what you're saying, bandwagoner. No. I got the pictures to prove it, bro. I got the pictures to prove
explain how you became a Vikings fan living in the Northeast.
I became a Vikings fan when I was nine years old in like 98 when like Randy Moss first like,
you care
hopped
about
onto
players
the scene and
more,
was just
usually.
Yeah. Well, so I'm from Connecticut, right? So
we don't have a team.
No teams here. Everyone says Giants or Patriots. Like neither of them are in Connecticut.
Right.
Right. Oh, they're the closest ones. Neither of them are in Connecticut, so no, I have no emotional connection to any of those teams. So you kind of like, you know, you kind of don't really have identities. You kind of just get to pick and choose, right? I know a lot of kids who are just like Titans fans. I'm a Vikings fan, like just weird fans just because you don't really connect with anyone. Also, I think we started the generation of more liking players.
Yeah.
Like you're more into players than
when I was teams. I remember like around that time when the Broncos were good and Terrell Davis was the man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
I didn't really care. I was like, however old I was. Terrell Davis, like, I like the Broncos. Terrell Davis is dope.
Yeah.
Great running back. Like, It's just, you don't care. Like, I like the Cowboys, too, when they were winning. I like Emmitt Smith, you know? That's the team you like.
Yeah, so Vikings, man, going to the NFC Championship, which I'm pumped about, you know? I'll admittedly say I haven't been a good fan this year. I haven't watched them that much. but I was telling you before, of all the years of like wearing jerseys, wearing shirts, and being superstitious, and knowing all the players on the team, knowing everyone's stats, knowing this and that, yelling at the TV, like getting upset and depressed when they lose. Of all the years, and the year that I like don't give a shit, don't pay attention, they're probably going to go to the Super Bowl. So
amazing.
I'll take it. And my birthday's next Sunday, and they're playing in the NFC Championship on my birthday to go to the Super Bowl.
Steve's going to be 37, 29.
Can't wait. So, yeah, big news. Vikes are going to the NFC Championship. Can't wait. All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about social media and all the ass that you could handle. Be right back.
We'll show you our ass.
Want more of the Strength Squad? You can check out all of our social media on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
Also, check us out on YouTube, where you can watch all of your favorite Strength Squad videos. Don't forget to leave a 5-star review on iTunes and Stitcher.
Stitcher, I just met her. 3, 2, 1, and we're back.
Hello.
Strength Squad, Cast Pod.
Oh.
And we're talking about social media today, guys. Social media and how it's ruining your training and your life, but also making your training better and making your life better. It's this weird thing.
And you get cool opportunities through Instagram sometimes.
Yeah. We also just end up super depressed some days because of the things you look at and watch. But then you're even happier because there's a post that tells you not to.
Who knew there were that many good-looking people out there until Instagram started?
There's a lot of ass out there.
Guy
a lot more than you would
ass,
ever think.
Girl ass.
Yeah.
All the asses.
A lot of girl ass, though. A lot of lady parts on Instagram in the fitness world. We're going to talk about that, don't worry. We'll address it today.
They'll all sell you a booty program for $100 if you just send it to their PayPal account.
Same. We actually did that, too.
We did, but it was strength-based, so...
And we didn't have any visuals.
We didn't
Maybe
charge.
That's where we slipped up.
Maybe we got to start showing some more,
some more
eggplants.
Some more eggplants. I have a couple man thongs we could bust out.
Dude.
So what we're going to talk about today is kind of the pros and cons of each. We're going to go through our pros and cons, all right? I'm going to have you go through your pros and cons. I'll go through my pros and cons. Or we'll do pros first and then cons. Or no, we'll do cons first, then pros.
Jesus.
Start off negative, and then we'll end off positive.
Okay.
But first, let's talk about a little like where we're at right now with social media. You know, like it's weird. It's a weird place. It's a weird world, especially with strength and conditioning, strength training and lifting and all that. And then, you know, a little bit of fitness world in there too. Like it's just a weird place, right?
Yeah, it's there's Generation Iron 2 covers this really well.
Oh yeah, true.
They cover this really well.
I thought they did a great job with that.
Yeah, like the there's the old seasoned like bodybuilding pros like Gaspari and Yates and all these dudes that have competed for years, but then there's guys like Colum, that dude from Australia, Von Monger or whatever, who just has like 2 million Instagram followers, and he's did like one show and he's famous. You know what I mean? He's Instagram famous, sells supplement line, does all this just through looking the way he does and Instagram. And I guess like the thing with Generation Iron 2 is like, yeah, well, there's like the hardcore, like we just competed. We didn't have that social media, blah, blah, blah. But it kind of comes off as like the older guys being like, you could do it both ways. Like, hey, good for this guy. He's in great shape. He works hard and he has 2 million followers and he got to make a successful life for himself. At the same time, the older, the old school guys are like, well, he hasn't trained like we did. And, we didn't have that back then. It's like, yeah, well, there weren't cars way back when either, but now we all fucking have them.
Yeah.
It's always the...
There weren't cameras at one point in time, too.
Yeah,
dude.
there's always the older... And I don't want to get too... But this is something I've always thought of, but... people talk like the hot thing now is like millennials. They just like fucking complain about everything and they hate everything. It's like, no, it's not that like the millennials complain more. It's everyone has a voice now with social media. Like plenty of dudes that our dads and our parents probably grew up with were maybe like millennials, quote unquote. My dad, graduated high school in the 60s. They didn't have Twitter to put out their thoughts on life or like be like, I hate this. You just knew like, oh, so and so is a real pain in the ass. He's an asshole. You know what I mean? Like he just complains a lot. Right. But yeah, social media space is weird because then you have a lot of dudes that are really, 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 really super well known and world class, and they don't have a lot of Instagram followers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a weird place.
There's like
I mean, it's so you in your hand have the power to basically view and see and read whatever you can.
Yeah.
You know, and you have the ability to connect with, I mean, we've experienced this with our podcast. We have the ability to connect with people we would never, probably never connect with if it wasn't for social media or even things like Skype and things like that. But social media is kind of where it starts.
It's true. Like yeah. Instagram's how we went to super training.
Yeah.
How we ended up there.
You could start relationships on
Talk
social
to
media.
people.
Yeah. Talk to people, talk to new people and new ideas. So it's definitely weird and it's super new and I don't think people really know how to handle it yet. And I think it's getting crazy, but it's also like getting better and better. It's like this weird thing where social media is like, it's getting better and better and more useful and more helpful, but it's also getting like, it's like the better it gets, it also comes with more like repercussion almost. And people are not like knowing how to deal with it. I don't think it's anyone's fault. I just think it's like, here's this new thing in the world and we're all like, what the fuck? What do we do with this?
It's like when your aunts and uncles get Facebook and then they see pictures of you drinking in college. And they're just
wow, that sounded personal.
No, it's just funny, you know? Like your aunt and uncle's like, oh, I saw you went here. You're like, how?
That reminded me of old school when he's drunk at the wedding. He's like, unless when you catch the early flight back from San Diego, two guys jump out of your closet ready to double team
like
your wife.
Goddamn magic
like
show.
a goddamn magic show.
I watched that. That's one of the, all right. Side note. That's one of the greatest,
Back to it.
greatest movies of all time. It started everything for me. But yeah, it's just like it's there's all this access to all these like influencers and people, and you could literally like, you know, and vice versa. People reach out to you. You're like, oh my God, this guy in the UK just DM'd us, said he loves our podcast.
Yeah, right.
And I'm like, wow, that's insane.
Yeah.
But then, you know, if you're, and we could talk about this later on, but like, you know, like you said, there's a lot of good looking people and like you see all these fitness pages and you're like someone who doesn't have the, you know, maybe there are a lot of people, not saying these people don't work hard, but maybe they don't have the genetics, they weren't born to look like that, or they don't have this great body, or you know, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
And they're working their ass off and they follow every fitness model, every fitness page, and they see someone, they're like, what the fuck's the point? Like, look at this motherfucker. Like, why would I even I'm sitting here eating chicken, like trying to lose 20 pounds, and this dude's just ripped, like eating donuts, squatting 500 with one leg or some shit. You know what I mean? It's just Yeah.
Well, so let's start with the cons then. Let's talk about the cons of social media. What are your biggest that you see in the world today with social media? What are your biggest cons that you see? Negatives, if you will.
I have like two. So first is like the imagery is just seeing all these people with like, you know, and again, they could work really hard. I don't know everyone's fucking backstory. I don't know how they got to where they're at.
Well, I don't think it's a matter of whether someone is working hard or not. I think it's just more of you're just seeing what is being posted. You know what I mean? Like you're just seeing their great pics and their good days and the perfect body and the perfect image and the perfect angle of their perfect picture. Like you're not seeing all the other stuff. Right.
My thing was like, it's just like the imagery, like, you know, everyone knows those people they went to high school with or whoever that were just like freaks. Like they just like looked good and had good bodies or whatever. And it's just, you know, you scroll through Instagram and you're bombarded with images of everyone's best. No one's posting shitty moments on Instagram.
No.
Right?
No.
Hey, my dad just died. Like no one,
it's not,
maybe like a tribute, something, but like no one's posting like, you know, didn't do so well with my diet today. Training sucked. You know, they post PRs. It's this
because it won't get you likes.
Exactly.
Right.
Perfect lighting, perfect this. So that's one of my big ones. And I guess the second one, but you know, I'm always hesitant on this because like, do you and make money and like however you could do it. Is some people maybe with not the knowledge or whatever, like if they just look good and they could sell you something and they're being entrepreneurs on Instagram, like it could happen, right? But like, who am I to hate on that? Like it's their way of making money, but at the same time as someone that's, you know, worked hard for, you know, either, you know, learning more and this and that and continuing ed and doing all that. It's hard at the same time. You're like this, 19-year-old girl is super hot, is selling whatever. She's got 30,000 Instagram followers. She could sell to these people and has a website, but it's like, hey, it's free country's capitalism. Like, what do you want?
Playing the game, man.
She's trying to make money. At the same time, you're like, damn, but like, there's this thing on social media. I forget. Like, someone posted, like, someone way less qualified than you is doing what you should be doing or something like that. Like,
oh, yeah, right.
Making, like, just going for it, essentially. But yeah, those would be my two takeaways. It's just, you're just bombarded with everyone's best moments. And what if you're not having the best day? It's just like, it could be a lot, I think, if you're...
It could be a trap. And then that in turn creates this psychological, like, pitfall for yourself, because when you're constantly opening up Instagram, opening up Facebook, and you're seeing these highlight reels of people's lives, then you in turn are like, oh, well, why am I not doing this well? Why am I constantly failing and doing bad and this and that? So it's tough. It makes it a psychological battle as well. I don't even think, I think even subconsciously, I think like deep down in your reptilian brain, your brain is just saying, these other humans, look how well they're doing. I'm not doing as well. You know what I mean? I think it's just subconsciously. I think it subconsciously creates a lot of negativity in some people's lives.
Absolutely.
I think it could. I think cons for me would be, I think the quality of information. And I'm not saying certain people are less qualified or more qualified. I'm not here to say that. I'm not here to make past judgments on people. I know that's like a hot topic. Like, a lot of people say, like, oh, well, anyone could be a trainer online. It's like, yeah, that's actually kind of cool. I think anyone can be a trainer online. You never know what could happen with that, I think for me, the quality of information, meaning things like, you go online, go on Instagram, go on Facebook, you see like a post, whether it be a video or a picture, and it's like eating grass will improve your bench by 500%. No citing of any sources, of any study, and it's just like, so any bit of it, anyone could go write anything essentially, and it could circulate around social media.
Right.
Like wiping honey all over your rectum will increase your deadlift by 500%.
You tried that too?
Yeah. And it's just like, then that'll circulate. And it's like, dude, imagine writing a book or even an article without like citing your sources. You know what I mean? Like, there's no citing. There's no, well, where did you get this information?
Right.
Or like people who, I don't know, what's one I've seen recently? Like people who, do that. We've all seen it. People who do this and this are more likely to do this and that, or succeed or fail or whatever. And it's just like, where's this information coming from?
Right.
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Is this like a legitimate study? Is this just an opinion? I mean, if it's an opinion, it's a different thing. It's like, all right, it's an opinion. People can choose whether or not they want to believe it. But if it's like hardcore evidence, then like, all right, where's the evidence?
Right.
You can't write a book without like citing where you got all your stuff. You know what I mean? Citing where you got all your information, or even like an article. You can't really cite without. You can't really have an article without citing all your stuff.
Right.
So I think that's one of them. And I think the other one too, I would agree with you definitely, is like the perpetual just like watching people's like essentially highlight reels of their life.
Yeah.
And I think tying into that though, more of my con is like, I think comparing yourself to others, you know what I mean? From like a physical aspect or a strength aspect or whatever, I think what people don't realize is, these like professional CrossFitters or powerlifters or whatever, they put up these big ass numbers and shit like that. Right. I think what happens to a lot of people is they start comparing themselves to that, like, oh, I could do that, or why can't I get to that? And it's like, all right, well, you just watched a 5-second clip of someone snatching 300 pounds, you didn't see anything else that they've done, right? You haven't seen anything else. You don't know when they started lifting, how long they've been lifting, genetic factors, like that plays an account too.
Yeah,
so
like people probably see Matt Frazier and like, oh my God, like how did this guy, but he's been weightlifting since he was 12.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
One of the things you hear all the time is like someone will pull up a video, be like, dude, look at this dude deadlifting this much weight. Dude, I'm such a pussy because I can't do that. Like, it's not about comparing yourself to other people. I mean, the only person you could compete with is yourself, essentially, especially in strength sports. I mean, look at all the strength sports. It's pretty much a competition with yourself for the most part.
Yeah.
And so now it's like that spectrum, or that not the that pool of people you can compare yourself to is so big now because we have this massive outlet of social media, and there's just so many people like deadlift 500, squat 500, look at my body, like, and now we're just comparing ourselves to these people, you know, and it's crazy.
It's hard.
How about pros? So maybe switch it up to something a little more positive here. What do we think the pros? What are your like top pros of social media?
I mean, you get to talk to some of the, because there are some people on social media that are doing amazing stuff and doing great things.
Yeah,
and you get to connect with them. And when you are putting out, I could speak for us, like when you're younger guys and you're not like, you know, we're essentially pretty, you know, like new to the industry. Essentially, we're like 6-7 years in, 5-6, whatever. And when guys that have a lot of experience and guys that you value their opinion on Instagram start following you and start liking your stuff, and they're very established, you're like, oh shit. Like, I'll be honest, that's very validating. Like, these guys are brilliant guys and guys I look up to. They start following you and liking posts and even, you know, some comments, some DMs say, hey man, I really like what you guys are doing. You're like, hey, wow, he didn't need to do that. He or she is whoever, you know, they didn't need to throw us that. Yeah. Like, you guys are doing really well.
Yeah. And it makes it easy with that. With social media, it makes access to doing something like that easy.
Yeah. You get access, like hopping on a live Instagram video. Mark Bell sees your thing, start talking. Next thing you know, have him on the podcast.
Yeah.
You're you know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. And then connections
cool
we made there. There's certain people that you'd be surprised are like high end. Like if we have questions, we are, like I said, we are new to this game, right? We're new to podcasting, brand new to podcasting, newish to fitness, right? So
we're new to all Merrill Swingers clubs. Like, new to this stuff.
I've been doing that for a while. I actually started it. I founded it. But no, you reach out to someone who's doing it big and you're like, hey, what do you guys use for so-and-so? And they hit you back within like 20 minutes. You're like, oh. And they like give you open advice. And you're like, what would that, like back in the day, how would I have done that? Would I have done an email? Would I have like sat outside their office, you know, try to get them to like get you know, excuse me, I just have a question for, you know, like stop, like, you know what I mean? So, yeah, the access is unreal. And when people start like just talking to you from other countries and places so far away, and you make a video or you make an episode and they say, this really correlated with me, this really helped me a lot, even if it's something little, that like, that's what keeps me going with this. When that stuff happens, I'm like,
yeah, the resource of it.
That absolutely is what keeps me in it. Like I don't do it because like I don't want to, like, I'm not trying. We're not trying. I'm not worried about like famous and followers and this, and I want all that. Like, people are like, this is really helping me. I'm like, this is great. This is why we got into this.
Yeah,
this is amazing.
I think the biggest pro for me is inspiration, right? As far as just from someone who strength trains, you know, I mean, the inspiration is, I think that's great. I mean, if you want to look at it from an artistic standpoint, you know, social media, Instagram is just a medium where people can express their art, you know, and now it's just this gigantic medium where you are exposed to all these quote unquote artists, you know, so
yeah,
you know, you may find something on Instagram that inspires you as far as strength training, fitness, whatever, and that's what gets you going, you know, or maybe it is the one dude or female or powerlifter or whatever on social media who they help keep you going. You know what I mean? With your training, with your strength training. You know, so I think that's super valuable too. Also, kind of tying into what you were saying, the resource of information, getting information from certain, whether it's coaches or professionals or just people who are well experienced in the strength community. I mean, some of the stuff that people post from a coaching standpoint, a lifting standpoint, a rehab standpoint, like some of the shit you'll never, like, when would you ever get this? You know, it's like, you know, without social media, you would have to go to Kelly Starrett in San Fran to get worked on by him. With social media, all right, now you kind of have the luxury of, oh, Kelly Starrett posted this video series or this or that on like how to open your hips up for a deadlift or something like that, you know? So it's like with that medium, that resources is crazy.
Yeah, you get guys, when you get guys like you know, oh, I have psoas pain, then you're scrolling through and you see like Mike Boyle or one of those dudes is like, this is how you get rid of psoas pain, or this is what could be causing it. You're like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty cool. Yeah.
You know?
It's very cool. And then I would say another con is, or another great pro is just the amount of ass. I think you could say it's like a con too. Sometimes it makes you like question things, like we were saying before, which is not such a good thing.
Is really nice. Do I like guys now?
Yeah, there's a lot of beef on Instagram too. A lot of jack dudes, but like, dude, I didn't know this many
hot people,
hot females lived in the world. It's just like, what?
They're not in Connecticut.
Dude, I've been onto some pages where I'm like, how do you even look like that?
Yeah.
And some of it's fake. I don't judge. Whatever you want to like get implants here, there, I don't judge. Some of it's fake. Whatever. Cool.
I know
do
there's
your
that.
thing. If it makes you happy, do your thing. But there's some that isn't fake. And you're just like, holy shit, that's a human's body. How does it look like that? What am I doing? What am I looking at right now?
It's a lot. Like
a third ass cheek I've seen one time. Nah, I haven't seen that.
You just like shake. You just look at it and you shake your head and you go, fuck.
Yeah. You're like, fuck. And then like for some reason you think by liking it, like you're going to get some sort of attention from that person.
Dude, DMer. She probably never gets DM'd.
Yeah. To all you guys out there, you should definitely keep DMing and commenting on her posts, dude. She's definitely going to hit you up one day.
Yeah, you should make gross comments too.
All right, anything else for
do whatever you can to ruin it for the rest of the normal males. I'm gonna go out. I'm mad at you idiots.
Yeah. Stop ruining it for everyone.
You're so hot.
Don't ruin it for the guys who actually have a chance.
Yeah. Fucking trolls.
All right, guys, we're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, we're gonna wrap it up. Want more of the Strength Squad? You can check out all of our social media on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
Also, check us out on YouTube, where you can watch all of your favorite Strength Squad videos. Don't forget to leave a 5-star review on iTunes and Stitcher.
Stitcher, I just met her. Welcome back, crew. Welcome back, fam. Welcome back, squad. Whatever you guys want to call yourselves. Whatever you guys identify as, welcome back. So before we wrap it up here, guys, we are going to do our do's and don'ts of social media. So we're each going to do our top 3 do's and don'ts of social media. Let's start with you, Nick. What are your top 3 do's and don'ts?
All right, let me get my list here. Do's. We doing do's first?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Do's. Post content that can genuinely actually help others.
That's a good one. That's always helpful.
Yeah. Reach out to people that you admire on social media with actual like genuine intent. Don't just be like, hey, wear my t-shirt and post a photo. Like if you like them or think they're doing the cool thing, just, reach out and let them know. They'll probably appreciate it. And then I put my last do here, find your tribe. And what I mean by that is kind of like find your group, or, there's so many groups on Instagram and tags you can follow. Find your tribe and learn about it and try to contribute to it positively. If it's fitness, cool. If it's anime, cool. If it's jiu-jitsu, cool. Whatever it is.
Bottle cap collecting.
Just try to contribute positively to whatever your tribe may be.
So you went serious with this, okay? So these are like actual suggestions. Mine are complete bullshit. Mine are complete bullshit.
Good. Go ahead.
No, you're don'ts.
Oh, don'ts now. Okay. Don'ts. I don't have problems with selfies. But if your whole...
When someone ever starts a sentence like that,
if your whole...
You know they have a problem with selfie.
No. I don't. If your whole fucking account is a selfie with a Drake line underneath it or a quote or something,
we're going to be friends.
I'm sorry. This is like the one thing I can't. When you open up and go look at someone's page and all you see is their face in every photo. It's no family, no friends. It's just their face. They're in their fucking room or a bathroom. Fuck! It makes me so mad. All right. Another don't. Don't bash people who you may not agree with.
That's a good one. I like that.
I literally cannot stand seeing Facebook and Instagram feeds of people just fucking ripping each other apart. Like, don't you have a job? Don't you want to do anything else? You got to fight about politics or squat form.
Squat form, deadlift form. Well, that's not technically how you deadlift. Shut the fuck up.
No one fucking cares. Guess what? No one gives a shit.
Especially when someone's just trying to like do something positive. You know what I mean? Like, what harm are you really doing? Like, you're trying to do something positive. Maybe it's not what you completely agree with. They're trying to do something positive. Why do you need to like?
I see plenty of stuff I don't agree with. I don't stop and go, I'm gonna fuck this person's up.
Yeah, whatever. How's it affecting your life? It's not.
And the last, don't DM chicks and be creepy and ruin it for everyone else. That's fucking normal.
I have that one.
Okay, yeah. So then you go to bars and you talk to hot chicks and they're already on guard because they got 3 DMs from 3 creeps that day about how they look good in the bathing suit.
I'm 3 creeps in today. Right.
3 creeps deep.
I'm at a 5 creep limit. I'm ready 3 creeps in. So you're creep number 4, my friend.
Those are my do's and don'ts.
All right, cool. My do's and don'ts. I did not go as serious as you did. These are all bullshit. But my 3 do's and don'ts. Number 1, definitely tag your crush in funny memes. We all know you're not that funny. We're not all that funny. Memes are way funnier than we are as people. And we all know that it's 2018. Key to a girl's heart or key to a guy's heart is a good meme.
What do you mean?
I don't care about where you go out for a date, or I don't care about, how you dressed on your first date or how you plan on dressing when you see your crush or the sweet thing. No, it's all about the memes you send, dude. It's all about the memes you send, okay? It's very strategic too. Very strategic. Yes. You want to mix a little comedy in there, but you also want to find a meme that kind of relates, like kind of how you feel about the person. It's definitely a science. We can maybe do an ebook on that, and we'll shoot that.
Yeah,
out
like maybe she's hesitant about what to order when she goes out, and there's plenty of memes about that.
Yeah, right. Good point.
Like, oh, I asked you. Remember when I asked you to go out to dinner? And I said, "What do you want to eat?" You said, "I don't care, whatever." And then you can't make a decision.
Right. My number 2 don't is pick the right clip cover, guys, right? So when you like put a movie, like especially with movies, right? When you put like a video on Instagram and like part of the video is like smudgy and foggy, like don't choose that as the cover that's going to show up on the like tiled version on your Instagram, right? So upload a video, make sure on your video, you choose the right cover clip, like the cover photo. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe it's like a picture.
Steve's ripped when we first started. Steve's ripped me for that. I know that.
Make sure you
this looks like shit, man. What the fuck?
Like if your video is like you doing an ollie over a trash can, and like the video starts with like the fucking camera facing the ground. Make sure you don't choose that as your cover. You want to choose the part where you're like soaring over the trash can as the cover. Also, with that, trim your video.
Steve, like, why is all your shit is all technical?
half of the videos on Instagram, the first 5 minutes are like the person like fumbling around with the camera and trying to set it up. It's like, trim that shit out. Trim it out.
Unlike Steve's beard.
Yeah, don't trim that. My number 3 do is switch it up. Switch up your posts, right? So we could relate it to strength training. Like if every single post is like you deadlifting, it's like, come on, like switch it up, man. Like what else you got?
Maybe he's the deadlift guy.
You're more than deadlifting. You're more of a person than deadlifting. No matter what
your dad tells you, you're more than deadlifting.
And like if we're talking about it from aspects of you're trying to popularize your Instagram page, like dude, you got to switch it up, man. Everything can't just be like you were saying before, a selfie of yourself. And like a video of you deadlifting, like come on, switch it up.
I get the selfie. I fucking
Unless
I've
you
done
just
it myself.
Really you love deadlifting and you love just posting every time, fine. Do you. That's fine.
No.
Not allowed.
No, I'm kidding.
Now my 3 don'ts are do not comment on hot girls' Instagram models pages that you don't know. Okay? They're not going to comment you back.
If they have 10 million followers, you think they're going to get back to you?
Yeah. They have 10 million followers, they're not going to get back to you. If they are, if it's the rare occasion of the model who like makes sure they comment to everyone and they do comment with like a thanks babe, winky face, please do not regard that as genuine. She's not into you. She's not going to fuck you. None of that's going to happen. You guys are going to fall in love. Like, there's no need. Like you were saying before, you're just going to ruin it for other dudes. Saying like, oh my God, I'd love to get my face in those honeydews. Like, stop saying weird shit like that. Stop saying shit like that.
Oh, that's how I got Steve to be my friend.
Like, she's a super hot Instagram model. You commenting, you're so hot. You're not telling her anything. You're not saying anything. You're not standing out in the crowd.
She knows she's hot.
She knows. That's why she's posting on Instagram.
She's gotten a lot of free drinks in her life.
And I can only speak to dudes, right? I don't know if it's the same in the female world. I don't think so. I don't know. So I can't really speak to that, but
Get some DMs.
stop commenting on her photos, man. She's not going to date you. If she might, but you know, you'd have to do like, go see her in real life and get to know her and don't be a creep. That's probably why she'll date you.
Then you get catfish, and then you realize it's actually me and Steve running this account.
My number 2 don't is post 5+ pictures in a row. Like you went on your like vacation to Puerto Rico and like you post like 10 pictures that all look the same, but they're kind of different. Like post them all in a row. It's like,
Older people do that.
Yeah, that seems to be a problem in the elder community. But some people just still do that. Some younger people. Because guess what? Now, Instagram has even remedied that situation. You can make an album, all right? So, listen, if you see something, say something. If you see someone posting 5 pictures more in a row and just like you're getting spammed on your page, let them know. Say, hey, there's a feature for this. You can make an album. Just put them all in one album, okay? Jessica album. My favorite celebrity. And my number 3 don'ts is go on your ex's social media page when you're intoxicated. No one should do this. No one should do this. Don't, you miss her, I get it. Don't go on her page and like her fucking photo from 5 years ago. Don't be doing that.
Or like a photo of her with this, you don't know who this guy is.
Yeah, don't do that.
She's out with this guy who could have been her friend since 3rd grade, but you're like, that's a new guy she's with?
No, she's probably fucking him. But
yeah.
Don't go like or comment on that. Don't slide in her DM.
Chances are I'm that guy.
Try to focus, right? You're drunk. You don't really want to do this. I know you miss her. Maybe you want to get back together. When you're sober, it's like, oh, I'm over. It's great. When you're drunk,
speaking from experience?
I want to get back together with her. No, we all know what I used to do. It was just dick pics. I was a chronic dick pic sender.
I got them all.
Yeah.
They all got forwarded to me. I don't know why.
That was a different time, though. That was a younger me. So, yeah, those are our top 3 each do's and don'ts for social media. So, hey. Take notes. Make sure you guys are doing and not doing some of these things. This is important stuff. PSA. Anything else?
No.
That's it. Be excited about life, too. That's just a general statement. All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next episode. Make sure you guys go to all of our social media. Give us a follow. Give us a like. Give us some comments. Go to iTunes, Stitcher. Make sure you guys give us a 5-star review.
Validate us
4 to 5 star
social
review.
media.
Yeah, make sure you guys validate us on social media.
We need validation.
We did this whole episode on like social media. We're like, hey, make sure you guys go validate us.
Please.
We just want your honest feedback.
I'm checking my phone.
Yeah, no one's commented yet. What the fuck?
Oh my God.
Thank you, guys. We'll see you next episode. Deuces.
Bye.
Peace. Want more of the Strength Squad? You can check out all of our social media on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
Also, check us out on YouTube where you can watch all of your favorite Strength Squad videos. Don't forget to leave a 5-star review on iTunes and Stitcher.
Stitcher? I just met her.